Hello and welcome in. My name is Karen. This is Lost Souls Tarot. Oh, I really need a new sage stick. This one is like got very little sage left on it. It's mainly charcoal. And I have now put ash all over my desk. Hang on, we're just gonna give that a wee brush. I'll hoover it up later. There we go. Right, I'm gonna pop that here. So welcome in. My name is Karen. As I've said already, this is Lost Souls Tarot. I'm going to do a wee reading for you today. I am now up to 40 subscribers. I am so thrilled. Honestly, my channel's not that old, but I'm absolutely delighted. So if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you're new here, well, pull up a chair, get cozy by the fire, and we'll see what we've got to read today. And also, thank you to anyone for your likes and your comments. I really appreciate it. I do seem to get more views when people like and comment. So thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And if you're new here, 2025 is a really hard year for me, and watching tarot, certain readers really helped me a lot. And I really just want to give back to the community and give back, really. So I'm here for that purpose. So we've got spring, talking about having a hard time. We've got spring here, rebuilding, awakening, and rebirth. So we've got someone who's going through a bit of a rebirth, possibly a dark night of the soul, or really healing from something. We've got some little eggs in a nest there, and some tulips. So yeah, it's maybe I was going to say the calm after the storm, but I don't think that's the best analogy. But yeah, it's kind of that rebirth energy, kind of coming out your cocoon and unfurling your wings, and seeds, new ideas, hope, open-mindedness. So not only have we had someone who's gone through a hard time and they're now coming out of a rebirth, we've got new ideas, hope, and open-mindedness. So whatever it is you've been through, it hasn't, I think you've done the work so that it doesn't leave you jaded or leave you kind of down. And if you're here and you're watching this, you're probably that kind of minded kind of person with a growth mindset. So that's not, wow, that card has come out again. How many cards are in this deck? Because the last 3 readings I've had the sun come out every single time. So healing energy, happiness, comfort, and joy. That's fantastic energy. That is just healing all the way. Rebirth, plant new seeds, new ideas, full of hope, because it's never too late. Whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, it's never too late. I don't know why I stopped at 80, 90 or 100. It's never too late to kind of not necessarily reinvent yourself, but just, have a new beginning and, heal and, not operate out of our wounds and change patterns, etc. So that is really lovely energy to start with. So I'm going to take one of these Norwegian woodcut runes. Now, I am going to have to cheat because these didn't come with a little booklet and I've not memorized them all yet. And I know most of them, but for some reason, I'm just getting a little bit of pressure. So I'm going to take one of these and I'll just need to use the internet is what I'm trying to say. So, which is why I've got my phone there. So I'm just going to take one of these. Although last time 3 fell out and I ended up taking all of them. Just take one of these to give us a little... There we go. Gibbo, number 7. 7 and an X on there. Oh no, that's the symbol. So it must be like a cross. Gibbo. Got 2 people facing each other. Got a little bit of a 2 cups vibe from that. That it's not necessarily romantic. Let's have a look. Got the number 7 on there as well, which is potentially the 7th house. So I'm just going to see what the 7th house is on my cheat sheet. Outside world and relationships, the house of marriage. Okay, so I'm getting a real 2 cups energy from this, but let's see what the internet has to... Oh, sorry, that's my photos. Hang on. I can work my phone. I'm not old. Excuse me while I use my phone like an old person. Right, Gibbo. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. If anybody knows, feel free. Gibbo typically refers to one of 2 main entities, a premier Dutch... Oh, no. Hang on, sorry. Okay, I want the symbol. Oh, gosh. Okay, hang on, Norwegian rune there. I should put rune in instead of telling you about a company called Gibo. Right, here we go. The Gibo rune, representing the letter G or X, signifies gift, exchange, generosity, and balance. Okay, so a little bit of a Six of Cups, no, Six of Pentacles feel to it, representing a crucial reciprocal relationship between giving and receiving. Definite Six of Pentacles here. Associated with a divine favour and binding contracts, it emphasises that true generosity brings reward that gifts bind. And that gifts, that's weird English. The gifts bind people together. I had to reword that. Okay, so it's kind of like a combination between the Two of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, which is about, because the Two of Cups came out in itself, that just means a relationship. It doesn't mean that it's good or bad. Although if it was in the reverse, then it's definitely bad. But if it came out Two of Cups and Six of Pentacles, that would be an equal give and take, generous, reciprocal relationship. So that's what this is giving me here. So that's fantastic. So not only have you been through a rebirth and you've got new ideas, new hope, and open-mindedness, and you're in the sun energy, which is lovely and happy, you're either looking for a reciprocal relationship and you understand what you're looking for, or you're entering into one. So either way, that's fantastic. Right, I'm going to start with some Moonology Oracle cards. I think I'll just take 5 across the top. I might go for 7. I'm going to see how I feel. I always like to go for an odd number because they're usually the central line energy is usually the collective or a significant person to the collective. So I've got expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Okay, just kind of resonating with what's already come out here. New moon in Leo, confidence is your key to success. And so we've got 2 new moons back to back. That's just such a rebirth energy right there. And then we've got a balsamic moon, a time for healing. I don't know what balsamic looks. Every time these come out, I'm like, what's that kind of moon? A balsamic moon. It looks like a really sliver of a crescent. That's what we're getting here. Okay. It's kind of just reiterating the energy that we've already had come out with the other ones. I may be overdoing it with the oracle cards, but let's go for it. It's a time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio, and I'm just going to take one more. I'm just going to do 5. Trying to not overdo my readings, because all I do is get the same cards out over and over again, and they just tend to reiterate everything. So, you're good enough, full moon in Virgo. So I noticed a little card I wrote for myself earlier today. It's at my other desk there, which is my desk for work, because I work from home and or most of the time. And it had "You are worthy of love" on it, and you're worthy of a reciprocal relationship, and you're worthy of other things. And I can't remember now. I've got short-term memory issues. Sorry, guys. Sounds to me that you're going through, the collective might be going through something similar, which is just realizing your worth, your value, and, you know, really looking for that reciprocity and understanding what you're looking for as well. That, you know, looks like you're open-minded as well, which is really good. Okay, so tell me about this powerful change, this new moon in eclipse. This is What's the Tea Oracle deck. Do you know, I went to pull out the tarot and went, no, I was planning to pull it, and it's not, it's the tarot first. So let's do the tarot. You can just tell when a deck is uncooperative. It's like, nope, you picked up this one because this deck, which is the, I forget what this is called now. Sorry. This is a Pastel Dreams tarot deck. Not that it's particularly pastel-y, but so this is Empath Soul makes this deck. I really like the Empath Soul decks. 8 of Swords, wow. So we've got 8 of Swords on top of expect powerful change. Now I'm not sure if this is your energy or someone else's energy. It feels like yours. It feels like you were stuck in your head about something, but you've got out of your head. High Priestess. Well, that's an interesting High Priestess card. I've never seen that one in this deck before. She's kind of side on. So the thing about the High Priestess, and not all the High Priestess cards look like this, but there are two towers here. Two towers, two pillars, and there's no roof above her head because her potential is limitless. Usually the High Priestess is more about intuition, but this one I'm getting real limitless potential from this one. And given this mindset here, which is, you know, rebirth, regrowth, new ideas, hope, basically being open-minded and not sitting in whatever hurt you, not sitting, I mean, I'm not saying you didn't grieve whatever it is that has caused this rebirth, but you're looking towards the future now rather than looking at the past. And the High Priestess listens to her intuition and she has limitless potential. And that's coming out on top of the confidence is key to your success. So maybe you've got confidence in listening to your intuition now and letting go of what doesn't serve you. And, if somebody comes in and you have bad energy about them, you're just like, no, I don't like this person. And instead of tolerating, I'm not going to say tolerating it, just moving quietly away from people that have got weird energy. What's interesting here is the High Priestess also has her back turned to the Eight of Swords. She's facing away from it. So it feels like you're not trapped in... There's no going over stuff in your head. There's no being trapped. It's like, no, I listen to my intuition. My intuition says yes. My intuition says no. I'm just going with it. And being confident and listening to your intuition. That's a fantastic change for somebody to have. I never used to listen to my intuition as well, which is why I ended up in the Dark Night of the Soul last year, because my intuition was kicking off and I didn't know how to listen to it. And now the only thing I listen to is my intuition, because it was right all along. It would have saved me a lot of pain. 9 of Pentacles, that's absolutely fantastic, coming out right in the middle of the 5. That is pre-Empress energy. Whether you're male or female, that is pre-Empress energy, and this is a time for healing, which tells me that you're probably going to go from 9 of Pentacles into the Empress at some point. But 9 of Pentacles is independent abundance, independent. No, you're fine. I was going to say, you don't need a man, you don't need no movement, you're just fine on your own. You don't need another person, but, it sounds to me you're looking for that, but you know what you want. And you're probably looking for someone else who's in their 9 of Pentacles energy, whether they're masculine or feminine. Oh, suddenly these cards just don't want to cooperate anymore, and they're just like, no, you've had your 3 cards. Well, I need 2 more, so 2 more, please. Thank you, Mr. Nice Pastel deck. That one, no. Oh, it's been awkward. That one. Cannot make it up, the Emperor. Aries energy. Okay, I'm just going to take another card because I'm not sure if this is your energy or someone else's energy. So I'm not sure if this is you kind of going from the 9 of Pentacles into your Emperor energy, which is kind of healing and growing into that and sitting in your Emperor, Empress energy. Or, because we've got, it's time to release negativity here. So there might be something you release that then allows you to grow from the 9 of Pentacles to the Emperor. However, it could be a potential 2 of Cups, Gibo, which we had coming out here. And someone who, is... What's interesting is we have the High Priestess, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Emperor all facing that way. So nobody's facing each other, which makes me feel like it's all your energy, and it's almost like growth. And they all have their back turned to this 8 of Swords. So as much as I'd like it to be, I don't feel like it's a romantic interest. I feel like it's the graduation of your growth and healing. So we've got High Priestess, listening to your intuition, being confident in it, allows you to move into your 9 of Pentacles pre-Empress energy, where you're healing, and that healing and releasing that negativity allows you to go into sit in your Emperor energy. And it's Emperor, not Empress, so it's this fiery energy. That's a mover and a shaker, someone who knows how to make decisions. Can be a little cold, but if you've been hurt in your life, you know how to make the right decisions and the ones to protect your empire and your 9 of Pentacles. Right, this one flipped over. 6 of Pentacles. Cannot make it up. You're good enough. You know you're good enough for a reciprocal relationship. Equal give and take. That says you're good enough. And then we've got, your value and worth. This is amazing. Sorry, I'm getting so excited. This is just so exciting. This is just like Whoever this is in the collective, this is wonderful, absolutely wonderful growth, wonderful energy here. Just, it's like, it's an absolute awakening. It's like an awakening of your third eye, listening to your intuition, sitting in your high priestess energy, understanding your limitless potential, being open minded to growth, kind of spring rebuilding, sitting in your sun energy. Nine of Pentacles, Emperor, Six of Pentacles. Wow. I've got goosebumps. Okay, we've got one that flipped over there. I'm going to take the. Oh no, it's not. It's actually more than one that flipped over, so I'm not going to take them. Hang on, it all turned into a mess there. I did have the world. I did catch a sight of the world and the magician there, but let's just. Oops. Oh, okay. Well, Queen of Wands. Interesting. The Queen of Wands is facing the other way to everybody else and sitting on top of the Eight of Swords. Everybody here, except the Six of Pentacles, to be fair, which could indicate a relationship in an equal give and take one, which is why it's facing your energy, the collective's energy. This Queen of Wands is facing this way, the same way as the Eight of Swords. This is whoever put you in this Eight of Swords energy. Now, it might represent a group of people. It doesn't need to be an individual. What's interesting about the Queen of Wands is she's got a black cat here. Quite often, she can be seen as quite witchy. Definitely could potentially be a fire sign as well. So Aries, oh, I'm sorry, I'm tired. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be someone who's done kind of spell work. And by spell work, it doesn't need to be actually be spell work. It can just be manipulation or, you know, I usually see it as manipulation by words as spell work, but it could also be something that impacted you. It possibly impacted your intuition. Whoever this person is, you'll know how they resonate with you, but they have their back turned. They're facing this way. You have turned, every single person here has their back turned, and you want someone who is facing you and gives you reciprocity. Now, this doesn't need to be a romantic partner. This could be, it doesn't need to be a feminine either. Take it as it resonates. Just because we've got the Emperor here doesn't might just be that you're sitting in your masculine energy if you're a female, or if you're masculine then you're sitting in your Emperor energy. Take it as it resonates. This oh, I forget what I was going to say now. There was something else, but it's gone. Sorry, short-term memory issues. I'm sure it'll come back to me. Absolutely fantastic. So, oops, Queen of Pentacles. Again, on top of the High Priestess. She's not got her back turned to the Queen of Wands, but she's kind of facing away with her eyes closed. This is not the same person. This is the collective's energy again as well. It doesn't feel like another romantic interest. This just feels like somebody's personal growth journey. We might have a romantic interest come in, but at the moment, she's got her eyes closed and she's turning her head away from this Queen of Wands. And this Queen of Wands has got her back turned. Queen of Pentacles, possible Earth sign. We've got a lot of Earth energy coming out here. We've got Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. So we're looking at Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very abundant, very stable in their money. We've got Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor here. Not surprising. And the Six of Pentacles. That is someone who is able to be generous, able to be, you know, have equal give and take. I'm always a little uneasy about the Six of Pentacles because you've got someone here giving out money to people who are less well off than themselves, it can also indicate breadcrumbing. In this reading, because we've got you are good enough, I think this is definitely equal give and take. You know what you are capable of giving and you want the same in return. And you expect the same in return. And why shouldn't you? Because you know you're good enough for that. You want someone you're equally yoked with. And whoever this Queen of Wands with, whether it was a friendship, a family, oh wow. This is so lovely. But the Ace of Cups coming out. I mean, we've got a time for healing here. This is not only that you've healed your self-love, your cup is overflowing as well. There's a little bird of peace here as well. Right up, right at the top, flying above this Ace of Cups. To be fair, the cup isn't overflowing, but the cup is full. And this, to me, you know, it can mean a new beginning in love, but it can also be about just self-love. And I'm getting, since we've got time for healing here, the Nine of Pentacles, this is about self-love. And this self-love and releasing this negativity and knowing you're good enough takes you into your Emperor energy, which is fantastic. I mean, this personal growth could have taken place over years or decades, but it's a lovely yeah. Got the devil coming out. Have to take it. It's Capricorn energy coming on top of the Emperor. To be fair, these two people in this particular one, they look like they're unshackling themselves from the devil. So quite traditionally in the devil card, you've got the devil and he's got two people on chains. Problem is these people have the chains, there's usually something around their necks and they're not attached. These people are unshackling themselves. So I'm getting a slight energy of this Emperor, and we've got his time to release negativity here. It's almost like this Emperor is releasing or letting go or de-shackling themselves from what kept them. And there's nothing wrong with being in pre-Empress Nine of Pentacles energy, but it was ever stopping them growing into this next level, and that is the energy I'm getting from this card. I was initially a little bit like, but I didn't feel the kind of, there's an energy that comes with the devil, and this feels like quite a nice one, like it's just decoupling yourself from, and it's not necessarily about, pretending your shadow side doesn't exist. It's about staring it in the face and going, okay, but I'm not going to let that rule me. I'm not going to let that control me. I'm not going to let my shadow side. I'm going to accept my shadow side. It's fantastic. This devil energy has got, this devil card, sorry, it's got a glowing heart as well. Like he's glowing there, and it's not red, it's yellow, it's warm, it's like the sun. It's like he's got a heart. Wow, I've never had that from the devil card before. That's unbelievable, because we've got the sun here as well. It's like this sun, it's like they're mirrored. You've got the sun. I don't think you can see it, but he's got like a little sun. His heart's glowing, and they've got the. Sorry, I'm not used to doing this on the camera. And then you've got the sun here as well. And he's holding like a flame in his hand. It's almost like you love your shadow. You've accepted and loved and made peace with your shadow side. And then we've got the Three of Cups coming out. Sorry, I didn't even register that. I got so distracted. So we've got the Three of Cups coming out in the Six of Pentacles. So you're just happy, celebrating. This could be friends, family, loved ones. Yeah, you're just got the moon here in this card, which tells, because with the moon come out on the High Priestess as well, and often the moon card, which hasn't come out here, can be about using your intuition to understand what's hidden. This tells me that using your intuition to pick the right people, to move away from energies that don't serve you, that aren't good for you, that your intuition tells you, I don't like this person, there's something off about them. And instead of second guessing yourself and going, I'll give them a chance, going, no. And that just leads to happiness and celebration, which is fantastic. Okay, let's try a different deck. So let's go for the Celestial Tarot deck. I might leave this one quite short. I've got the feeling that we've got the gist of this out. But tell me about this Queen of Wands. So this Queen of Wands, with her back turned, could have been, again, you'll understand if this story is resonating with you and your personal growth journey is kind of taking this kind of direction, which is listen to your intuition, pre-Empress energy, sitting in your Emperor energy, making peace with your shadow side, decoupling yourself from it, not letting it drive you, not letting your wounds drive you, which allows you to sit in your Emperor energy and understand that you're good enough for equal give and take, a reciprocal relationship, and just generally having a happy time and celebrating because you learned self-love. I'm almost just want to kind of stop it there because it's really nice, but right, tell me about this Queen of Wands. How can we identify this Queen of Wands? What do I need to know? Tell me about this Queen of Wands. It's not this deck. Sorry, guys. It's this one. Okay. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, definitely this one. They're flying out. Okay, tell me about this Queen of Wands. Six of Cups. Okay, so the Six of Cups is about, funnily enough, somebody from your past, nostalgia, possibly someone from your childhood, possibly someone from your family, somebody you had special memories in your childhood with. Given given the expression on her face, I'm not sure you feel that way now. She's kind of got a startled expression, a little bit nonplussed. It's almost like there's two tufts of hair kind of standing up on her head. So normally this is about sweet memories from the past. Maybe you're looking at the past differently, or you just see this person differently now. She looks very regal on her throne, but I think you see this person. I'm getting the feeling you see this person clearly, but let's just see what the cards tell us. I mean, it's not surprising it's somebody from your past. It's obviously somebody from your past, but cards are just kind of confirming that. I mean, I suppose it could be someone from your future and you've not met this person yet, but this is fantastic personal growth. So, and if you're here, you're somewhere on this journey. If you're not here yet, I mean, you might only be here in the middle, which isn't your pre-empress energy, but believe you me, if you practice self-love, you look at your shadow side, you decouple yourself from any wounds that you have sitting within you, you will move into your emperor energy. And death. So there was a permanent ending here, an absolute permanent ending with this Queen of Wands, whoever they are. This is not an Eight of Cups. This is a permanent done. And this Queen of Pentacles, and the High Priestesses are back turned. This Queen of Pentacles, she's got her eyes closed, but she looks quite sad. She doesn't look super happy. The girl here, she's kind of looking at death. They look like they're sharing thoughts with each other. She's kind of got a wee sad expression on her face. There's two people here. I think you just knew that it was time to end it, that there was nothing you could do to salvage whoever it is with this Queen of Wands. Because you weren't going to be able to, and doing that was an act of self-love. And allowed for this growth, this beautiful, beautiful growth here. Even the devil has his back turned to the Queen of Wands. Like your shadow side is just like, no, this person is not good for me. I've never had this feeling from the devil energies. He's just such a warm, glowing heart. It's like, it really does give the sense, and I've never had this from a devil card, but it gives a sense that you really, really just, sorry, I'm just so obsessed with this glowing heart and the devil. You've really just become comfortable with who you are, your shadow and your dark and your light. And you're just sitting, you've unchained yourself from it, which is it's there, but you don't let it drive you. You don't let it, you don't react, you respond, for example. You know, if maybe you were easily triggered in the past, yeah. It's possible that this Queen of Wands kind of triggered things in your shadow, you know, try to make out that you were a certain type of person, and it really kind of hurt you, and you got a real feeling that their heart space was really affected. It's almost like this person poked at your insecurities. You know, because we all have things, you know, about ourselves, like, am I selfish? Am I a bad person? Am I a narcissist? You know, we've all asked that question. Am I this? Am I that? And I get the feeling that this person wounded you in some way, but you've made peace with it. And because you've made peace with yourself, I'm just repeating myself, but it's just such a powerful, powerful energy. This devil sitting on top of this emperor energy, and they're both facing the same way. They're both even like the devil's holding. Sorry, I'm just obsessed with this king of what emperor and this devil. They're even emulating each other's shape. Like the devil's sitting with flames in his hands, and the emperor's sitting with his kind of staff in his hand, and they're facing the same direction. And it's just this beautiful coupling between the two. I'm not going to take that one. I'm not really sure what happened with it, so I'm not going to take it. I wasn't really paying attention. Oops, there we go. Got the tower. I like this tower card because it's a good tower for me. This isn't a tower that is collapsing. This isn't a tower that is based on faulty foundations. This isn't a tower that's been struck by lightning and is falling down and there's people falling out of it. It is solid. It is beautifully made. And this person is standing outside of it looking like it's proud, like it's a proud home. This is not a catastrophic tower. This is a tower that made you stronger and more solid and made your tower stronger, your foundation strong. So whatever you did to heal yourself, whatever you did with this Ace of Cups, it made you super strong and almost, I don't want to say impervious. It's not the right word. There's a word. But by ending whatever it was with this Queen of Wands, it made you super strong. And it taught you self-love and allowed for your journey into being able to see yourself clearly. The Queen of Wands distorted your image of yourself. And when you walked away, you permanently ended that. You started to see yourself clearly and you made peace with your shadow side. That's so lovely. If this resonates with somebody who's watching this, that's fantastic. I made peace with my shadow side about 2 or 3 months ago, and it was such a lovely experience, just forgiving myself for things, seeing how I had been triggered in the past by certain things, or people had kind of taken advantage of my wounds they'd created and then continued to poke and kind of tear open. And but the Six of Wands here, which is interesting. I initially thought it was the Seven of Wands. It's actually the Six of Wands, which is usually victory and success. But what I've actually got here, and it's usually somebody on a horse, with a victory wreath, and there's multiple people. Just one person here, and they're staring at the Six of Wands. She looks like she's staring at her victory, but she's not too sure about it. She's not sure if she's victorious. You're victorious. But it's almost like she's a little sad about it. Like, nobody wants to have to turn their back on somebody. Nobody has to want to permanently end something as an act of self-love. And there's maybe a period of time where you didn't really feel like you were the winner. I mean, if you walk away from something, you're winning because you're walking away from a relationship that doesn't serve you, whatever it is, whether it's friendship, family, or romantic. Four of Cups, kind of just reiterating what we just said. There's 4 people. It's interestingly 4 people holding 4 cups. A little black cat as well. So four of Cups is about kind of apathy, rejecting love, rejecting an offers. Okay, so you maybe went through a period of apathy where you didn't want anything. Because we've got You're Good Enough here, and then we've got this Six of Pentacles, which is about reciprocity. You've got the celebration. But this might be specifically romantic love, or you maybe you needed a period of time before you realised you were good enough. This person really distorted your self-image. It's so easy to not, when people are wounded and acting out of their own wounds, and to be fair, this is the Queen of Wands in the upright. But there's 8 of Swords there. Okay, that's too many, but it was the King of Cups. Oh, it's actually only 2. King of Cups and Judgment. Just going to take one. It's not on this deck anymore, that's fine. Right, okay, let's see if we can give this one a go. Oops. Got 2 of Cups flying out there. I'm just going to take one more line. I just feel that this is coming to an end. So I'm just going to call it quits there. 5 of Cups. On top of the 6. Sadness, regret. This person's kind of looking at a path towards the moon. So actually a bit of an 8 of Cups energy from this, almost like walking away. He's holding one cup and his back's turned to the other 4. He's taking his cup of love and he's going elsewhere with a bit of sadness and regret, which is why we've kind of got this, because we've got the 4 and then the 5, and then it's on top of the 6. So it's kind of like, yeah. Of course, when you walk away from anything, there's sadness and regret. It could be this Queen of Wands is in sadness and regret as well. Got the Magician. Got some manifesting energy here. Now that's coming at the top of the Death card, which is interesting. So you could have manifested this. You could have let me just finish this line, and I'm just going to call it quits there unless something needs clarifying. Got the High Priestess in the reverse coming out. Okay, I might have to clarify that. Got the Empress and the Chariot wanting to come out. Oh, I get it. I get it. I just want one more, please. That one. Okay. Right. This makes sense. Joined the dots. I'm glad I took another one. So what we've got here is we've got the Five of Cups, the Magician, the Two of Wands, the High Priestess in the reverse, and the Seven of Swords. And it's kind of feeding into this kind of tower and this Six of Wands that feels like a victory, but it doesn't feel like a victory. Like there was a sense of uncertainty about it. Like you've turned your back, you've gone through this personal growth, you've made peace with your shadow side, you love yourself. I was going to say fall in love with yourself, but you just accept yourself the way you are. You're dark and you're light, whatever it is. You don't let your wounds, you've unshackled yourself from your wounds, which is fantastic. But there's still almost this doubt about your victory. And it's because this Queen of Wands, they've done some manipulation here. They've distorted your self-image. But it's almost like they're trying to, it's almost like it's almost like using their spell work, however you want to call that, and I'll call it lies and manipulation because we've got the Seven of Swords here, so let's just call it lies and manipulation, whatever it is. It's possible that this person has tried to be in touch. I mean, you've permanently ended it, but it's possible they've tried to be in touch and almost question your intuition about them, almost question, because if you listen to your gut instinct about something, you sometimes you don't even know how to verbalize it. You're just like, no, I don't like this person. I don't know what it is, and you're always right. And anytime I've not listened to my intuition, I've absolutely ended up being burnt for it. And when I should have. There was a reason these thoughts were popping into my head. It's almost like this person, through lies and deceit, wanted to block your intuition, block your view of yourself, block how you see yourself clearly, keep your third eye kind of closed. And I think they tried to get in because we've got the Magician here on top of the Death. And I think this is why you ended it, because they were manipulating you. And they were kind of almost manipulating you through your emotions, this Five of Cups, through sadness, through regret, through that part of you, of, it's almost like, oh, we've got so much history together. Whoever this Queen of Wands is for you, we've got so much history together. How could you be so whatever it is. How could you be so selfish to take your cup of love and walk off when there's these Four Cups here? What about my Four Cups, And this is just manipulation, absolute manipulation. But you made the decision. You made the decision that led to this personal growth. And this person tried to block your intuition through lies and deceit, which is why I've got the Four of Cups here, but you rejected it. Because this is your journey. This is your path. This is your destined path. High Priestess, Nine of Pentacles, Emperor, self-love and unshackling yourself from your dark side of the moon. And then, understanding that you're good enough to be in a loving reciprocal relationship and you deserve to be treated with love, care and respect, which whoever this Queen of Wands is to for you didn't do that, which is why you permanently ended it. Right, that is absolutely beautiful reading, and I'm just going to stop it there because it's absolutely just no loose ends, just perfectly tied up. So that was lovely. If I haven't already said, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your likes, everything, just your little comments. They really make my day. And if you're new, thank you. And if you've made it to this point, thank you. I hope this resonates with you. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Use your discernment, and I'll see you next time, okay? And have a lovely, lovely Monday evening, or whenever you watch this, have a lovely evening. Okay, bye-bye.